This video does not condone the use of performance enhancement drugs, and the information provided here is solely for educational purposes only.
The title of "The Strongest SARM Ever" has been thrown around the market a lot. While that subject is still highly debated among bodybuilders, one thing is for sure. S23 is definitely a strong contender for being one of the strongest SARMs on the market. S23 has been likened to many similar muscle-growing SARMs, such as Testolone, S4, and even Ostarine. However, S23 stands out because it gives a distinctly different physique to its users. You might notice that the muscles you build while on S23 are much harder and drier to look at. It also has a higher binding strength compared to the previously mentioned SARMs, so you'll see its effects kick in sooner and last for longer. It's said that S23 closely mimics the positive effects of Winstrol and Anavar, which are both anabolic steroids. If you can't tell already, S23 is one hell of a compound. Bodybuilders use S23 primarily for its impressive ability to build lean muscle mass quicker than most SARMs on the market. In just one cycle, users report growing 10 to 15 pounds of muscle alone. Studies also conclude that S23 effectively prevents muscle wasting and simultaneously promotes fat loss, which means that your gains won't disappear once your cycle is over. Furthermore, there's virtually zero water retainment when using S23, which means you'll never have to deal with the annoying bloatedness that some SARMs give. It also boosts bone density and increases overall stamina and recovery rates in its users. The many benefits of S23 are also making waves in the medical community. Recent studies on lab rats found that a regular intake of S23 had a suppressive effect on their sperm counts and led to a significant drop in their reproductive rate, inhibiting them from impregnating the female rats. Once their S23 intake finished, their sperm counts quickly returned back to normal. Scientists are currently researching its potential use as a male contraceptive. Interestingly enough, researchers also discovered that S23 can significantly increase libido levels in its female users, so take that information how you want it. First-time users of S23 should start with a dosage of 10 milligrams per day. Meanwhile, more experienced users can bump it up from 15 up to 20 milligrams per day. Each cycle should last no more than 8 weeks to avoid any negative side effects. The effects of S23 will begin to manifest as soon as you're in the 4th week of your cycle. S23 has a half-life of about 12 hours, so you have the option to take them twice a day instead of the usual once-per-day dosage. Failure to stick to the recommended dosages might lead you to experience some nasty side effects, like facial and back acne, increased aggression, and in some cases, it can even promote mild hair loss. However, these are rare scenarios, and as long as you follow the proper intake, you'll have a safe cycle. The most notable side effect of S23 is its testosterone suppression. It's probably one of the most suppressive SARMs on the market, so PCT is definitely a must after your cycle because this compound will surely mess with your testosterone and hormone levels. You can take Clomid or Nolvadex for 8 weeks as a great PCT, and after that, you're ready to bounce back and start gaining again. Stacking this compound is also not recommended just because of how potent it is, but some users still prefer to combine it with other SARMs. If you want to bulk up, you can stack 15 milligrams of S3 with 20 milligrams of Ligandrol and 25 milligrams of MK677. Cutting goals can be boosted by stacking 25 milligrams of S3 with 25 milligrams of Ostarine and 10 milligrams of Cardarine. S23 has not yet been tested in human trials, so take caution in your cycle. If you start feeling unwell and your side effects don't subside after a couple of weeks, stop taking the compound immediately and pay a visit to the doctor. Regardless, this is still an incredible compound that's worth adding to your fitness routine.